Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway 3. The trilogy takes place this weekend in the co-main event of UFC 276. Adesanya versus Kennedy, and I cannot wait. And I usually just say that every prediction video, but I actually can't wait for this fight. Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway 3. I cannot wait. This has been really anticipated. Of course, Max Holloway, they were supposed to fight back in April. Max Holloway pulled out due to an injury. Korean Zombie stepped in, and Volkanovski absolutely dominated the Korean Zombie. Absolutely destroyed him brutally. Then he had a good fight against Brian Ortega. Overall, he was absolutely destroying Ortega. Other than when Ortega had those submission attempts, he was destroying Ortega, and before he beat Holloway twice. Of course, this is a trilogy. The first fight, I rewatched both of the first and second fight, just like I think yesterday. Alexander Volkanovski won the first fight, did very well in that first fight. Arguably could have won 5-0, maybe 4-1. I'll say it there. But he looked very good in that fight. And in the rematch, it was very close rematch. I do believe Alexander Volkanovski won that rematch, but it was a very close rematch, very good rematch. And, yeah, we're looking at now, of course, Max Holloway, since losing twice to Alexander Volkanovski, beat Calvin Kattar, had a great performance against Calvin Kattar. Then he beat Yair Rodriguez. He earned a title shot the real way. Good for Holloway. And now he's fighting Alexander Volkanovski. I do believe that Alexander Volkanovski is going to go out there and win a decision here dominantly. I think he'll get it done. Decision. 4 rounds to 1. I think Volk's going to get it, man. I think Volk's going to get it done. I'm actually going to say 50-45 Volkanovski. I think he'll have a shutout performance here, if I'm honest with you. I think Alexander Volkanovski is good enough. I think he's too good. Max Holloway has been looking good in these fights. He beat Yair Rodriguez, but took a lot of brain damage in that fight. And CTE against Yair Rodriguez, and especially with Calvin Kattar as well, took a lot of damage against Yair. He took damage against Rodriguez, but also against Calvin Kattar. You say Kattar. You say why Kattar? He took a lot of damage in that fight, but the chin Max Holloway has is unbelievable. So he took the shots off Kattar. But Holloway beat both of those guys to earn his title shot, and now we're here. I do believe that Volkanovski is going to win it. Volkanovski, 24-1, 33 years old. He beat the Korean Zombie, absolutely destroyed the Korean Zombie. I'm not even joking. Korean Zombie actually maybe had nothing for him in that fight, if I'm honest with you. He actually kind of had nothing for him. Korean Zombie took down short notice, but Volkanovski has massively improved. Beat Brian Ortega. Of course he had the submission. He almost got submitted in that fight, but other than that, he absolutely destroyed the Brian Ortega in that fight. Destroyed him. Other than that round 3 moment, rounds 1 and 2, 3 and 5, and 4 and 5 for Volkanovski until the ending of round 5. But Volkanovski won that fight 50-45, definitely. And he destroyed him there. Of course, some people think Holloway won the second fight. He didn't. I thought Volkanovski won, but there's opinions here. But according to the scoring rules of MMA, I think Volkanovski won that. And yeah. And especially in that second Holloway fight, Holloway got the knockdowns. Volk was just beating him up in the first 2 rounds till he got dropped. Just saying. I think he's going to get this one done. 50-45. Similar to the first fight. I think he gets it done. Holloway is good. I understand he is good, but we've seen he struggles against shorter opponents. He does good against Yair and Kattar, but you see the closeness in those fights. Especially that Yair fight, like, he made it close there. Could have been 4-1 or 3-2 max in that fight. You know, I know Yair's improved, but I know he dominated Calvin Kattar, which now is looking decent since Kattar just beat Josh Emmett. I mean, if you have eyes, Kattar clearly won against Josh Emmett. Let's be real. That was a very close fight. But I just believe, and I just do believe, if I'm honest with you, that I think Volk's gonna get him. Volk's massively improved, man. Of course, he struggled. He struggled against Edgar. Like, I know he won clear against Edgar, but he struggled there against Edgar. And Poirier, of course, beat him, but he went up lightweight. You know, wasn't really prepared. But I just don't see him getting this one done over Volk, man. Volk's massively improved. You see it in him. He's massively improved. Massively. Like, you see when he fought Max Holloway the first fight, just landing inside, outside leg kicks, no feints or anything. Landing inside, outside leg kicks, inside, outside leg kicks. Max Holloway does well with leg kicks. He dealt in the second fight against Volkanovski. He did do well with the leg kicks, but he doesn't check any of them, man. Didn't do well against Yair against them. He just has big calves, I guess. Weird calves, so he just ignores them, I guess. He doesn't check any leg kicks. Not one. I don't see it in Max, man. But, of course, Yair was chewing up his legs, and Yair, he took a lot of damage against Yair. He won against Yair, but Yair early on was doing well with the leg kicks, man, just chewing up Holloway's leg. You know? And Yair gave Holloway some brain damage. Same with Calvin Kattar, a heavy boxer in Kattar as well. And speaking of boxing, Holloway has good boxing, I understand, but Volkanovski's boxing and wrestling in all general has massively improved. He's been looking good. I just think this is not going to go well for Holloway. I really hope this goes to plan, this fight, overall, because I don't want anything happening. I don't want any missed weights or anything. Oh, Holloway missed weight. He's not going to be, he's ineligible to fight for the title tomorrow night if he wins. That would be stupid. That would ruin everything. Let's cross our fingers and just close our eyes and hope this doesn't go to plan. But I do believe Volk wins. I think Volk's good. I think he's just too good, man. I think Holloway is just not meant to beat him. I just don't see it going well for him, Holloway. And even against Yair, he kind of was like, he was getting his legs chewed up, and he had to take down Yair in one of those rounds. I think it was the 4th or 5th round. Maybe the 5th round. You had to take down Yair. You're not taking down Volk, man. You're just not. I just don't see it going well for Max Holloway. I don't see him winning. Now, he did lose the first fight dominantly and had a good last 2 rounds, which were competitive. Especially the 5th round. But I just think Volk is just gonna... It's gonna be too much here, man. And even in the second fight, he had a better game plan in the second fight. But he still lost. Like, Max Holloway, for him to win this fight, he can't outskill Volkanovski. You just can't. So what he needs to do is get knockdowns to steal the rounds and not get hurt. And I think he is going to get hurt by Volkanovski's new boxing heavy style. We saw against the Korean zombie Volkanovski. He had good boxing against Volkanovski. He had good boxing against the Korean zombie. And he destroyed the Korean zombie. The Korean zombie had nothing for him in that fight. Landed some good shots here and there on Volk, but Volk overall just ate him and just landed twice as hard back. He did, and you see the old style of Volkanovski and the new style of Volkanovski. I thought his old style was already perfect, but he's massively improved in that style even more. Better feints, more setups. 1-2. It was like a 1-2 leg kick. Other than leg kick, move away, leg kick. It's like 1-2, body shot, leg kick, 1-2, left hook, leg kick. You see more of the difference there. The second one, the Volk 2.0, is actually crazy. He's massively improved, and even in his wrestling, man, Holloway struggled against Frankie Edgar at this point. Edgar's career, like at that point, who did Edgar win to get that title shot against? Who'd he fight? Cub Swanson. He beat Cub Swanson, and he lost to Ortega then. And even then, he got KO'd by Ortega. I just don't like the look here for Max Holloway. I just don't see it going well. And the wrestling, he's dealt with wrestling well, like, of course. I just don't see it winning and going well for him. And Yair, he won against Yair, fair play. But it was Yair that had a long time off, and he still made it really close. I know Max Holloway's not a guy that laid you out cold in the first round. Maybe I'll jinx that by saying that this weekend he gets like a 13-second KO. But I don't see Max getting it, man. I just don't see Max doing well here. I think he might do well in the last 2 rounds, but I still think he'll lose it. I still think Volkanovski is going to win those last 2 rounds. I think he'll win every round here, and I think he knows he needs to end this, man. Because if he gets another close fight, it'll be like, oh, but Max won. It'd be very annoying if Max Holloway actually wins this fight, but they give it to Volk. I want Volk to just put a stamp on this and end this trilogy. I don't want to see no quadrilogy. If Max wins overall, they're going to do a quadrilogy. Screw Josh Emmett. You didn't even win against Cater. You're going to have to fight Arnold Allen, my guy. Yeah, you're going to have to fight Arnold Allen. If Max wins overall, they're going to do a quadrilogy. Josh Emmett, you're not getting a title shot. You lost to Cater. If Volk wins this, we're probably going to do him versus Josh Emmett. Sadly, he'll destroy Emmett. Honestly, he won't destroy Emmett, but because I just don't see Max winning this, man. But I think to beat Volk, you gotta be short. You gotta be like a Chad Mendez with decent good cardio, like a Josh Emmett, you know. But yeah, we'll see what happens though. I just think Volk's gonna be too much for Holloway. Holloway's good. I just don't see him winning. He doesn't have much power. Maybe he can add so much power, and maybe he can work up, build up more of the arms, add mass of the arms, have more power in his shots. But Volk, I think, will trade in the pocket. He's comfortable. Of course, Volk doesn't have the best of chins. I just don't see him winning, man. I just don't see Max Holloway winning this one. Who do I want to win this one? I hope Volk, so we can just put an end to this, I think. So I hope Volk wins, but I wouldn't mind if Holloway's champ again. 'Cause I actually do miss Holloway as champ. I just don't see it winning. I don't see him doing well. Volk's 33, and Holloway, I think it's just turned 30 not too long ago. Yeah, back in December. That's a bit of time now since Holloway's turned 30, but I think Volk's going to win it. Volk racking up defenses. This is just going to be his 4th title defense. I just think Volk's going to be too much. I think he's going to be too much, man. I think he'll be way too much for Holloway. Yeah. I just can't see Holloway winning this one. I think this is more anticipated than the main event. Honestly, Jared Cannonier versus Israel Adesanya is a good fight. It's a good fight. Anything could happen. Adesanya could get flatlined. That's how crazy that could be. But this is we know, you know. Cannonier Adesanya, we kind of expect Adesanya just to leg kick and KO Cannonier and just be a bit boring. For this, it's like Holloway. This is like the fans are in this as well. Everyone thinks Holloway won the second fight. The first fight you can't give to Holloway, man. You just can't. People in the comment sections are kind of realizing that now. You can't give the first fight. Even they posted on YouTube. Holloway, what's it? Holloway, what's Holloway? Oh, Holloway. You can't give Holloway, the first fight. But some people thought he won the second fight. I thought he lost both. But some fans are in this as well. This is huge. I think Volk gets it, though. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. If Holloway loses this one, move up to lightweight or fight like Arnold Allen. No point to fight Arnold Allen. Let's be real. If you lose, it's gonna be tough. If he wins, you want to fight Volk for a quad. You lost 3 times in a row. Also, I need to say this. The winner of this one's probably going to be the featherweight GOAT. I still think it's probably going to be Aldo, but if Volk wins this, he's in the conversation. If Holloway wins, probably not, but listen, if Volk wins this, he's in the conversation. If he wins one more, like against Josh Emmett or Arnold Allen, then he's the GOAT. Peace.